Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCG Fam Show to you, my YouTube buddies. What's going on? Let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it after the show. Right now, let's just get into the show. SLF-100 and Microbe Photosynthesis Plus. Two, kind of the only two things we really recommend for using with the Nectar for the Gods line outside of the Nectar for the Gods line because they are so effective and no sense us making them when someone else makes them right. So we recommend those things to use, and this video that I'm about to show you, the clip from Viewer Questions episode, talks about how to use those in conjunction with Nectar and when to use those and that whole thing. I think you'll find it interesting, and I'd like you to watch the clip. I'll talk to you after.
Then you don't need a sock.
Okay. Easy to slip. Would you use a little SLF or Photo Plus on feed days or save for tea days?
Depends on who you know. I know the SLF guy, so I use it all the time.
All the time.
And when I juice for breakfast. But if I had to choose, I was budget grower, I would put my Photo Plus and SLF on a tea day or on a fresh water day, and I would independently do my feedings on its own day.
And would you separate your SLF from your Photo Plus to get your SLF benefits, or you're going to get them no matter what?
It's diversity at that point, because none of those, for the amount of time you're adding Photo Plus into a gallon and SLF, you're stirring it and adding it in, there's not a lot of competition going on in that gallon. So they're not going to try to adversely kill each other off before they get into the soil. So to save time, you can blend those two as long as you're not doing it for days.
So, but am I getting some like kind of de-root rotty kind of things from my SLF that I'm not getting from my... is the SLF doing some sort of enzyme-y type things, or is an enzyme just a microbe and we're just calling them different things when it's
an enzyme is just, we don't know what the hell it is, so we call it an enzyme, where Newton knows what he has, but since Big Ag doesn't know what he has, he has to call it an enzyme, when in all reality, his is a liquid bacillus product. So, what was the question?
Are all microbes...
No, the same.
They're not the same, obviously, but
they don't even have the same
They might as well be the same to us. We're just putting stuff in there because we don't know.
Well, we do know that bacillus does help with root fungus and root diseases, and they will colonize to protect the root as it grows, so those are good.
Okay.
And a lot of the bacteria in Photo Plus is more designed to eat and digest organic matter and meals to make that a delivery source for the plant to eat.
It's the baby bird pre-chewing the food for the baby bird
absolutely.
A little bit. And then,
plants don't actually eat; they absorb.
Yeah,
and they absorb what other things consume and digest into a plant-ready amino acid enzyme or food source. So the combination of the two, you're just double whamming and getting a better effect. But I would do those if you're going to add them together. Do them on their own day, or a tea day, or a water day, and then leave the feed to just feeding.
Yeah. Okay.
I think a lot of times with feeding, people will throw in their SLF, throw in their microbe life, then they'll start stacking all this food on, and then they'll pH adjust, and they've now negated everything they put in there microbially because they've gone from a neutral water to 900 parts per million of activity, and then a pH of 5 to 8, and it's like you've just nuked all the life in there.
So if my tea day is either a tea, and I can put my tea, and I can do my SLF and my microbe life whenever. I can pour some on there. But if my tea is my microbe life, then, well, it's on my tea day.
Exactly. Yeah. If I'm brewing a compost tea, I'll use those two in with a feed or on a water day, and I'll use my compost tea as my compost day. But
you don't just put it in there.
Okay, what do you think? Informative, entertaining, helpful, agree, disagree, comments, questions? Throw them in the comments. Also, we're getting ready to do another Viewer Questions episode, so you got any more broad-based questions about Nectar, life, the universe, anything, throw those in the comments as well, and we'll get after them. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. The OCG Fam Show. It's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCG Fam Show. See you tomorrow.